Good afternoon, everybody. Happy October. We made it. Congratulations. Once again, if you're here, I guess looks like Jazz is headed off. He made an appearance at the very beginning. Good morning, or not good morning. I don't know why I said good morning. I've been up all day. Don't worry. Good morning. I did it again. Hey, Aiden, how's it going? Good to see you. Once again, anybody out there watching, if you go ahead and engage yourself into the chat section, then I know exactly who all is there. So I want to know who all is watching. I can see numbers and stuff, but I don't necessarily get to see who is who. We have a fun evening planned for you guys. Where for those of you guys that read about our dates and things like that, you know that yesterday was Carolyn's and my first day, first year with Jazz in our home. So we adopted him October 1st of 2019, and it's been a full year since then. So we've had so much fun with him. In a little bit, I'm going to show you guys a slideshow, and we're going to go through it and watch through it. But first, I thought we'd do we do some cat themed things. We are going to do some large cat trivia here in a little bit. But then we're just going to give you guys a few minutes as people are strolling in before we get that started. But let me just tell you, I had so much fun getting these pictures together to show you guys, just because you kind of forget how much cats grow. And we knew that Jazz got bigger. He's around 10 pounds now. So we knew that he had gotten bigger, but sometimes you kind of lose track of just exactly how much growth they had. Oh, hey, Tyler and Ian. Hey, Ian, best of luck on your driver's behind the wheel training today. I know that's an exciting season of life, so best of luck to you. I know if you can ride a bicycle, I trust you to drive a car, because I think there's a lot of people that drive cars that probably couldn't ride a bicycle, and I know that you're really good at that. So you're going to do a great job. So best of luck to you with that, Ian. Glad you're here. Hey, Tyler, glad you could join us. So we are celebrating 1 year with our cat, Jazz. He was up there a second ago, but he decided he was asleep in my recliner when I went to go get started. So I went upstairs and grabbed him. I think he was still kind of just annoyed that I woke him up. But we do have lots of pictures of him sleeping. Don't worry. I am your typical cat dad. Every time Jazz is asleep, I'm pretty sure I have more pictures of Jazz than my parents have of me growing up. But for those of you that missed out on our art night a few weeks back, we did a paint Zoom session where we hung out and painted and had a good time together, trying to do along with Bob Ross. So I brought my artwork to show you guys. Here is, wait, it's upside down. There we go. That was my work of art from our Bob Ross paint night. So we're gonna potentially do another art night down the road if you guys are interested in. I'm going to try to figure out what we can do as an in-person event next Friday. So we're going to start trying to do 1 week where we meet online and hang out, and then 1 week where we meet on person. That way, for people that aren't really doing well, only doing online socializing, they're able to hang out with us in person, but we're going to make sure that it's safe for everyone. And then also for those of you who aren't comfortable meeting in person and you want to be safe, that we'll continue to meet online here as well. So we'll be meeting here on Fridays. And if we're not here on Friday, we'll be at the church out in the lower lot, out in the parking lot. So we're going to have plenty of things planned. We do have, towards the end of the month, we're going to be doing a movie night. We're going to show Hotel Transylvania as Halloween gets closer. And then after that, we're going to do a campfire evening where we're going to hang out and roast s'mores and just hang out by a couple little portable campfires. So that's what we've got coming down the road. So let's go ahead and get started. As people come in, they can say hey, but we don't want to spend too much time just waiting because we want to play. And so this is an interesting one. It's been an interesting year. There's no doubt about that. Some weird things have happened. Some interesting things have happened. So we're going to do, this is like a little bit of a trivia, but it's like, if you don't get it wrong, it's not that big of a deal, because it's more like learning about some of the weird things that have happened over the course of the last year. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these trivia things. Basically, you can write in your answers if you want to. If you don't want to write in your answers, that's fine, but we'll just learn. If you want to give a guess, go for it. But there is no reward for getting anything correct or wrong, so no consequences either way. So here we go.
All right, all you cool cats and kittens. Let's see what's next.
Going to mute that. So the way this is going to work is we're going to give you guys a question, and then I'll read it through because I'm not sure how well you guys can see the screen on your end. So I'll read it. Instead of filling their audience with humans, an opera house in Barcelona, Spain, filled their auditorium with what? So we have 1, mannequins, 2, plants, 3, stuffed animals, and 4, dehydrated meat. And dehydrated meat is like beef jerky. It's a weird way to say it. I would have just said beef jerky, but I guess you can have other different kinds of jerky as well. So we have mannequins, plants, stuffed animals, dehydrated meat. Can I just say, I hope it's not answer A, which is mannequins, because an entire opera house full of mannequins would be absolutely terrifying. I would not want to experience that at all. So I see a couple people saying plants. We've got Ian and Tyler saying plants. Amy Wozniak says plants. Aiden says plants. So everybody says plants. Here we go. The correct answer is, you're right. You guys got it. It's plants. So this is actually a video of the opera house that is actually not people, but that is actually a opera house completely full of plants. It was pretty cool to see. So we're going to go kind of quick. I know a lot of people are kind of tired of looking at screens, and so we're trying to keep our programs as quick as possible and just kind of launch you guys into the weekend with some encouraging, uplifting, fun, energetic stuff to be after you've been sitting in front of a screen all day, kind of get going. So here we go. A police department in Oregon told residents on a Facebook post, "It's hard to believe that we even have to post this. Do not call 911 just because you..." What? So what did the police department, what was their announcement on Facebook? Do not call us if you, 1, sneezed, 2, coughed, 3, run out of toilet paper, or 4, saw a bat. What do you guys think? What do you think the police department in Oregon was having problems with people making phone calls for? Do you think they were running out of toilet paper? Do you think they were sneezing? Do you think they were coughing? Or do you think they were having people calling them because they saw bats? Maybe they had a bat problem. So it's understandable right now as everybody is a little worried, we are kind of cautious, anytime anybody sneezes, we want to be really careful. Somebody coughs, it's like, oh no, do you have coronavirus? Or, sometimes people just have allergies. But what do you guys think? Here we go. The answer is, this is great. The answer is toilet paper. So they were having problems with people running out of toilet paper and calling the police about it. So I'm sure it could be an emergency if you run out of toilet paper, but I'm not sure it's the kind of emergency you need to get the police involved with. Okay, so here we go. Next one. A visitor to an Irish beach captured video of the arrival of an unusual fellow beachgoer. A what that came running out of the sea? What do you guys think came out of the sea? If you guys were at the beach and you saw something come out, what might surprise you? A moose, a cow, a leprechaun, or a member of the band U2? What do you guys think? What would surprise you if they came out of the beach when you guys were hanging out? If you guys, this is a video that kind of went viral. They posted it online, and I don't know if you guys believe in leprechauns or not, but I don't know what you guys think. I feel like a moose is kind of like, you periodically see pictures like of a moose like walking across a river and things like that. So I don't know. Let's see what the answer is. That is a cow. So if you answered cow, I know Amy definitely said cow. So good one, Amy, on that one. You got that one correct. So we've got a cow just hanging out, walking through the ocean. Well done, Amy. Okay, well done, Aiden. Okay, next one. I've seen weird things in my life, but this one ranks up there. Rivera wrote as he captured a video of a blank running loose through his residential subdivision. What do you guys think Rivera saw running through his community? A rhinoceros, B, an ostrich, C, 100 pigs, or D, a liger? What do you guys think? Do you guys think he saw a rhino? Do you think he saw an ostrich? Do you think he saw a liger? Or do you think he saw 100 pigs? What do you think was running through his neighborhood on that day? And we have the video for you guys for this one, and you're going to enjoy it. It's pretty great. What do you guys think he saw running through his neighborhood? So if you guys are thinking of your answers, we got A, rhinoceros, B, an ostrich, C, 100 pigs, or D, a liger. What do you guys think? Here we go. And the answer is enjoy this video. That is an ostrich running through his neighborhood. Just ran right past his house. This is great. I love this. Nope. Turn around, and I'm going to go that way. I want to watch that again because it's funny. Maybe. Nope. We've moved on. Okay, let's go ahead with this one. Sharon Smith was looking out her window when she thought she saw an Amazon delivery person was stealing her firewood. He was actually in her flower garden blank. A, sleeping, B, burying treasure, C, licking her flowers, or D, pooping. Regardless, I would be surprised if I caught an Amazon delivery driver doing any of these things. B would be kind of cool. Sleeping, I get it, especially during the pandemic. A lot of drivers have had to work extra hours, been working really hard. But, whoops. Okay. Here we go. The answer is pooping. I mean, that is brutal. You would hate to be that guy. I don't know if he suffered any consequences, but that would be really gross to find your Amazon driver pooping in your backyard or in your garden. Regardless, after I saw this, I thought about it, and then I kind of realized, like, they don't really have bathrooms in their work environment. Yes, I'm sure they could find something else other than out in public in your backyard, and you don't know what the guy was going through, poor fella, but I'm sure he was very humiliated. Okay, we've got two more before we head into our next activity and take some looks at our pictures of the cat. Murder hornets, whose multiple stings can be deadly to humans and are known for feeding honeybees to their young, were found in the state of blank: Florida, Texas, Oklahoma, or Washington. So, yeah, Amy, I hope he wasn't feeling well, because if he was feeling really good and he still chose to go to the bathroom in the yard, Amazon's got a problem. So, where do you guys think, or where have you guys heard that they have had murder hornets? We've got Oklahoma, Florida, Texas, Washington. Where do you guys think this happened? Yeah, Texas was my guess as well, Amy. We've got Oklahoma, Texas, Florida. Anybody want to take Washington for good measure? No? Well, the correct answer is Washington. So, yeah, Amy, Texas did have murder hornets, but that was, I think, in the 90s was when they came up, made their way from Brazil up into Texas over time. They went through Central America. But this past year was actually in Washington. Here we go. Last one. Horrifying footage of an anaconda was captured in Brazil, showing it wrapped around what? trying to swallow it whole? Was the anaconda trying to swallow a tiger, trying to swallow a child, trying to swallow an alligator, or trying to swallow a gazelle? So just so you guys know, there is a video attached to this. So don't pick a child because we would never show that video. What do you guys think? Was the anaconda trying to swallow a tiger, a child, an alligator, or a gazelle? So you guys know I actually grew up in Singapore, and every once in a while we'd get things in the newspaper of these snakes trying to swallow small pigs. So let's see what we have here in this impressive little video. Is that crazy or what? I know, staggering. Oh, that's amazing. That's like, I don't know. That is staggering. So, yes, 2020 has been a year we can't believe. So, I know some of you guys are having a great time and enjoying 2020, but it's also been a season that's been really difficult on a lot of people. So we're going to just continue to try to spread joy and let people know that they're cared for and loved. So I'm glad you guys are here. But one of the things that has been really nice for us, and one of the pleasant gifts of coronavirus, was, for those of you guys know, Carolyn and I got a cat named Jazz in October. So it was of last year. So it's been an entire year. So for the bit of our program today, I thought I'd show you some pictures of Jazz growing up a little bit. But first I thought I'd start off because, everybody wants to see kitten pictures. So I thought I'd show you guys some pictures of Jazz now. So these are more recent pictures. So all these pictures I'm about to show you are pictures that I showed within the last month. And then we're going to go back and look at some of the pictures that are even older than that from when we first got him. Interestingly enough, his birth name that he was given originally was Espresso, but he turned out to be Gray, so that didn't really work. We named him Jazz. We love it. So here are some pictures I'm going to show you guys of Jazz over the course of the last year. And these first ones are more recent. So this is actually where one of the things that's been really nice during quarantine is that's actually right next to the desk where I work. So I've been able to sit at the table. It's actually not a desk, it's a table. So basically our breakfast area table. I've been sitting there. That's been my workstation. So that's him just sleeping in his little basket right next to me. And it's been great being able to stay home and hang out with him. That was him. We got a new to-go case for his travels so he can go on adventures. So that was him getting used to it and checking it out. He loves being home, though, so I'm not sure how much he wants us to be using it. But that was just him in there getting comfortable with it, hanging out, and just having a good time. Enjoy the cuteness. So one of my favorite things about Jazz is that when he sleeps, sometimes he just really, he has two modes. He's either completely curled up or he's totally sprawled out. So we have quite a few pictures of him with his arms just dangling out like that. And I love it because it really just makes it look like he's exhausted. So Jazz does like to run around every once in a while. He goes crazy. We let him run around and have a good time, play with him. But every once in a while, he sleeps like that. And all I can think of was, man, I think he's happy because he just played till he was exhausted. So there's me. So when I told you guys earlier when I went to go get him that he was in my recliner upstairs, so that's actually upstairs in our bedroom. I have a little chair next to the bed that I like to sit in, and he was just curled up in it earlier when I went up and grabbed him. But this was me just sitting in there the other day, and he was just passed out completely on top, having too much fun. So he crashes. He plays hard. He crashes hard. There he is, just relaxing, and that's when you know he's really comfortable, because they say with cats they don't like to show their belly unless they are comfortable and feel safe. So we like that he does that, because then we know that he feels safe in our home. There's another one of him just sprawled in the basket. Like I said, I have so many pictures of Jazz during quarantine. It's insane. I don't want to say I have a problem. I think I'm a normal cat owner, but he spends a lot of time in his little different sleeping spots. This was a picture from, this was actually on Saturday. We did a Costco run, and that's him just standing on top of the Costco box. He's being the king of the kitchen. He likes to hang out on top of boxes. Pretty much anytime we get a box, we just set it out for him for a while before we break it down and put it in recycle bin. So that's him just standing on top of the Costco box. There may have been a little bit of salmon in there too, so that's understandable why he was excited to be in there. So that's Jazz up on top of our kitchen counter. We tried when he was a kitten our best to get him to not go up on different things, but no matter how hard we tried, he did not care. He said, I'm going to go wherever I want. So this is fun. We actually built some shelves up in our bedroom for him so that he can jump from shelf to shelf to shelf. So we put his food up there so his dinner gets fed up there and he can climb up the wall. So that's actually, the step that he's on is probably, 2 feet from the ceiling. So he jumps off of the nightstand onto a shelf, and then onto the top shelf where he eats. So it's pretty cool. Something fun that we did to make our bedroom a place where he likes to hang out. One of the YouTube channels that Carolyn and I watch that it teaches about cats, they call it catifying your house. So that was something that we did to catify our house. So here's Carolyn with Jazz just hanging out. He loves that little blue blanket. So pretty much if we want Jazz to hang out wherever we are, we go get the blue blanket and then set it somewhere. And yeah, it's actually, sure enough, what do you know? Carolyn, when I first started the show, Carolyn actually put the blanket over here on the ground. And here's Jazz. He's got his whole tower up here, but he's down here just curled up the blanket that Carolyn put on the floor. Here we go. Here he is. Jazz, you want to say hi? No, he does not want to say hi. Woo! Relax, man. Okay, here, we'll send him. He was not happy. Well, he was happy. He was happy in his blanket. He wants me. Here. He wasn't happy about that, but he's like, why can't you guys just leave me alone? But so yeah, he actually just went and curled up in the blanket. That's him just laying on the bed. Carolyn was working and getting some stuff done, and Jazz likes to come. He's one of those cats that he likes to be wherever you are. So he has a tendency to get close. So no matter where you happen to move to, he's going to come hang out there. So if I was to go hang out upstairs, he'll probably go hang out upstairs. If Carolyn was to go work up in her office, he'd probably go and hang out in her office. So this is a picture of him. We let him go outside, and he likes to go hang out. We just have a random stump in the side corner of the yard, and every once in a while you just go, and he'll kind of just be sitting there hanging out. So I just kind of like this photo. There he is. That's actually last night. At the end of the night, we were just hanging out on the couch. I don't know if you guys can really tell what's going on there, but that's Jazz just laying on Carolyn, just sleeping. So good times. There he is, sprawled out. That's the recliner that I was telling you about. So that's actually my pajamas. So he's sleeping on my pajamas, just waiting for me to come to bed. I guess he thinks I stay up too late. Okay, so this is a picture. I actually took this picture specifically today because yesterday when we'd had him for exactly a year, the reason I knew that we'd had him for exactly a year is because I'd taken a picture of him and emailed it to a coworker the day we got him because they wanted to see pictures. So I saw that email that was exactly a year ago, and it's basically said, we brought home our new kitten today. And so this is a picture I took today just to give you some perspective. And this was the picture I took 1 year ago. So that's the same chair, different window, same chair, but you can actually see our teal end table kind of thing in the background of this other picture too. So that's tiny little Jazz, full grown Jazz, same chair. So you guys can see just how big he's gotten. Okay, so prepare for cuteness overload. If you thought those last couple of pictures were cute, we're about to head into kitten time. So now it's kitten time. So thanks for hanging in there for those of you that just wanted to see the kitten. Here we go. Next one. This was the very first time we ever saw Jazz. So at the time, we got him from the Escondido Humane Society. At the time, his name was Espresso, and that was in his little cube. It was this little tiny cube, clear plastic window. I like to pretend that he was an astronaut. That's a picture of Jazz in space, and you can see that's actually my sandal right there. That's my foot reflected. These are some of the pictures from when we first brought him home. So Carolyn's mom has cats. So this was something that her mom gave us so that we had something to put in. And I don't know if you can see it on your screens, but he's right there. There he is. He kind of blends in with my shirt. It's kind of hard to tell where he even is in there, but he's this little tiny thing right there. There he is, just sleeping, chilling on his back. He still sleeps like that now, except he's 4 or 5 times bigger. I couldn't get this picture or this video to rotate, but this was him at the Humane Society as well. When we were trying to pick him up, he's just hanging out in his little astronaut cube waiting for us. So we're glad we picked him. So when we first got him, we were weighing him. So that's actually a food scale. So we put a little bowl on a food scale, and then we put him in it. And now he's big enough for us to actually put him on a human scale. There's Carolyn hanging out on the couch, and he's just laying there and relaxing and chilling. That's some of our favorite times, is just hanging out, laying on the couch, relaxing. So he's a great cat, and we love hanging out with him. There he is again. That's just sitting on the couch, sleeping. I would say he doesn't sleep above average for a cat, but I don't happen to take his picture most of the time when he's just walking around. So this was a picture that I took. It's kind of hard to tell, but he is almost like completely vertical. So like my lap is here, and then he's laying down, just chilling. You can see that was when we first got him. He still had been shaved from when he got his microchip put in at first. So glad you guys are hanging out. That was basically, we put him in a little confined area when we first got him, so the whole house wouldn't be overwhelming. So that's his little basket that he would hang out in. It's pretty cute. There he is, just relaxing, hanging out with my foot. He still likes to hang out with my feet. He's actually right at my foot right now, down below. Hey, Jazz. Nope. He doesn't want to come say hi today, but I think we've got a couple more. So this is one of those things before quarantine started, and we were able to have friends over. That's our little friend Kitten. He wanted to come over and meet Jazz. So he still asks if he can come see Jazz, and we're looking forward to when they're actually able to come hang out. But as you can see, he likes Jazz a lot, and so do we. Okay, I've got 2 more. So there's Jazz just sleeping, smiling, super cute paws. Last one. There he is, just asleep, chilling. Okay, so we've already gone over just some of the crazy things that have happened in 2020. And now I showed you a bunch of pictures of a really little cat. But now we're going to do some trivia based off of big cats. And I know some of you may have been with us when we did this a while ago, but we wanted to do it again just to refresh our memory and learn a little bit about some information about big cats. So if you guys want to put your guesses in the answer column, feel free to do so. If not, we'll just go ahead and keep moving along. We actually wanted to wrap up this program in about 30 minutes total. So we're at the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to do this quickly, and then we'll call it a day. But Here we go. Question number 1. What is a group of tigers called? What is a group of tigers called? A pack, B, a gaggle, C, a streak, or D, a school? What do you guys think a pack of tigers is called? So we've got A going, I guess I may have given that away a little bit with my commentary there. What is a group of tigers called? A pack, B, a gaggle, C, a streak, or D, a school? Okay, the answer is a streak. Amy Wozni spends a lot of time at the zoo, so I'm going to trust her on that one. Aiden, I would have been with you on that one. I would have said a pack. In fact, even while reading this, instead of saying a group, I called them a pack. So a streak. Who knew? Here we go. Next one. I'm going to take a drink of water. My voice is getting a little hoarse from talking for a half hour straight. You think I'd be used to it, the amount of talking I do. How much did the world's largest tiger weigh? 935 pounds, 1,022 pounds, 897 pounds, or 782 pounds? Okay, so how much do you think the world's largest tiger weighs? 935, 1,022, 897, or 782? Go ahead and get your guesses in. All I know is a 1,000-pound tiger is heavy. The answer is 935 tigers. That is 5 of me, I think. I'm not great at math. I think that's 5 of me. Let's see. Wow, that's a big cat. That is a big cat. Wait, that is, so Jazz weighs a little over in between 9 and 10 pounds. So 935, that means 100, right? Yeah, 100 times. One tiger that was the size of 100 of Jazz. That's a big cat. Whoops. I gave that one away. Sorry. Which country has the most reported tigers in the world? So we know the answer is India. So India has the most reported tigers in the world. So sorry about giving that question away. Okay, the next one. What is the average maximum speed of a female tiger? So how fast can a female tiger run? A, 63 miles per hour, B, 38 miles per hour, C, 47 miles per hour, or D, 52 miles per hour. So we've got Aiden's going with 52 miles per hour. Go ahead and get your answers in there. And the answer is C, 47 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. That's about the maximum speed of my Jeep Cherokee these days. What is a baby tiger called? A tiglet, B, a kitten, C, a prowler, or D, a cub? What is a baby tiger called? What do you guys think? What do you call a baby tiger? A, B, C, or D? Tiglet? I hope it's Tiglet. That's a fun name. Kitten, prowler, or cub? Yeah, it seems like you guys knew this answer. A cub. I was actually in Tiger Cubs, which was a part of Boy Scouts when I was younger. Okay, here we go. Next one. How many species of tigers are there? 9, 16, 12, or 7? How many species of tigers are there? A, 9, B, 16, C, 12, or D, 7? What do you guys think? Get your answers in. Here we go. And the answer is 9. There are 9 different species of tiger in the world. So I'm not sure how many. Amy, do you think you could name all 9? I really don't know. I know there's, I have no idea. I couldn't name 5 really. And then half of them that are popping into my head I think of, and I was like, that's the kind of tigers I really don't know. What is the largest meal a tiger can eat? What is the largest meal a tiger can eat? 42 pounds, 76 pounds, 68 pounds, or 85 pounds. So how much can a tiger eat? Yeah, Amy, when I started thinking of the different names of the tigers, I started getting confused of, am I naming elephants or am I naming coffees? Like I was like, is that actually a kind of tiger? So 85 pounds. So a tiger can eat 85 pounds in one meal, which is crazy. That's nuts. That's a lot of food. Okay, here we go. What is the largest species of tiger? So here we go. We're going to hear four of them: Bengal, Indo-Chinese, Siberian, or Malayan. So what do you guys think? Bengal, Indo-Chinese, Siberian, or Malayan? What do you think is the biggest kind of tiger? The answer is Siberian. Good job. Good job for those of you guys that got it right. I wonder, well, I'm assuming that maybe the 935-pound tiger must have been a Siberian if they say the Siberians are the largest, but I'm going to assume that, but I'm curious. What color eyes do most tigers have? A, yellow, B, green, C, black, or D, orange? What color eyes do most tigers have? What do you guys think? Do they have yellow eyes? Do they have green eyes? Do they have orange eyes? Or do they have black eyes? I see quite a few people saying yellow. Let's see about this one. Yes, yellow is correct. Most tigers have yellow eyes. Jazz kind of has yellow eyes as well, but he is far, far, far from a tiger. Okay. Here we go. What is the name of the tiger character in Jungle Book? So in the book Jungle Book or in the movie Jungle Book, what is the name of the tiger in the Jungle Book? Shere Khan, Mufasa, King Tigris, or Bagheera? What do you guys think? Shere Khan, Mufasa, King Tigris, or Bagheera? What do you guys think? There's been, when I was in elementary school, there was the Jungle Book cartoon that was awesome, and I loved it. And then they made another one that was a new kind of a little more intense. It was kind of scary. I think if I had watched it when I watched the original Jungle Book cartoon, I think it would have scared me. The answer is yes, you guessed it, Shere Khan. Shere Khan was the name of the tiger in the original Jungle Book. And that is our last one. So 2020, we can't even believe it. I can't believe it's been a year since we've had our cat. I can't believe it's been almost 7 months since we first started quarantine, right? In 2 weeks, it will have been 7 months since we first got sent home. So I know those of you guys that are in high school, you're actually starting, some of you guys are starting to go back to school. So make sure that you stay safe in those seasons. I know some of you guys aren't having to go to school and staying home. We're glad that you guys are have everything we've gotten. All of the students from RB community, we've heard no negative reports of people having ill health, so we're thankful for that. I want to remind you guys that we are going to start meeting in person periodically. So our goal is to do every other week, rotating between in-person and online. So then for those of you that are only allowed to be online, you can continue to meet together. And then for those of you guys that are only, or not that only, but for those of you that don't love being online, but you like being in person, you can do that. And of course you can do both. So we're excited that things are slowly reopening and making some progress. Once again, I'm continuing to make phone calls. So if you guys want to get phone calls, let me know. I enjoy talking to you guys, and catching up and hearing about how life is going. So if you want to get a phone call, you can send me a text, say, hey, call me. I'd love it. And we can schedule a time to do that. But then also one other thing I want to remind you guys of, just as we continue in this season, is it's really easy for us to become content just because we're saying like, oh, life is good enough, right? Like I'm doing well enough. And that's kind of been one of my natural responses. Whenever one of my friends or one of the people that I work with, the community that I do life with, they'll ask me how I'm doing. And my response is frequently, well, like I'm doing as good as you could expect in this season. But the reality of it is this is an opportunity for us to really care for people well. Because some of you guys, like I said at the very beginning of the program, you might be doing really well. You might be enjoying life, but there are people out there that are hurting. So October is a great month for all of us to be figuring out what we can do to serve our community. So on this Saturday from 9 to 11 at the church, if you want to swing by, there's a food drive drop-off. We're working with a For Community Care Food Bank, and all of our donations go towards helping over 1,000 families in need in the Poway Unified School District. So those things will be compiled into bags of groceries that will be passed out to families you may or may not know to help make ends meet in this season, as well as they'll be passing out boxes for Operation Christmas Child. So if you guys are on our church Instagram page, go ahead and check those out. We have a bunch of information on that. Just remember, one, make sure you're taking care of yourself. If you need anything, let me know. We're a community that does life together. So if you have anything that you need, or hey, you even just want to talk, make sure that you get in touch. And then make sure you get your Operation Christmas Child boxes. And that's an opportunity it's a very tangible way to show God's love to somebody in a needy community. So I'm going to go ahead and pray, and then we'll go ahead and sign off, and I'll try to remember to try to shoot out the camera at the end. So if you have chaos going around, you try to find some peace right now. And God, we thank you for this time where we can gather together, where we can just come and, it's not the same not being in person, but it's an opportunity for us to gather and just experience joy together. I just pray that you would continue to be at work in each one of us, that you would keep our friends that are out in the world safe. Lord, thank you for each person that joined us today. And we hope to have a great weekend, and also you would bless us into the next week. In your name I pray, amen. So I will keep you guys posted on whatever we have coming up for next Friday. And until then, I miss you. I love you. I hope to see you soon. Let's see if I can shoot out the camera. Almost. Hit the dart again. Hit the dart again. Oh, so close. Oh, right over. Oh, no, I'm out. Didn't quite make it. It took me almost 6 months to get my first camera shoot out, but then after I did that, I got it twice in a row. So everybody have a great, great, great weekend. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.